Okay, good morning everyone. Today I thought I'd talk about starting peach and plum seeds. Starting, I guess, those trees from seed. Um, Here's a peach that I got from the neighbor who has a pretty decent tree that produced a lot of peaches last year. And here are the plums from a friend of ours who had a bunch of plums on the tree. But these have been in the fridge since February 25th, and I just took them out 2 days ago. They still don't have any roots except for this one's kind of splitting. You see, it's white. Um, it should produce a little root that starts coming out. And since I've never done peach or plums before, what I'm doing is I took them out of the fridge. This paper towel is still moist, and they're just kind of sitting inside to see that if the higher temperatures will actually make these sprout, because they should start. This one's splitting a little bit, but they should start producing a root, and then I'll know that they're actually doing what they're supposed to. Because I have one peach tree that always gets leaf curl. And if I plant a bunch of peach seeds at the base of it, then it might do a lot better and get a new tree. So that's all I do. I think this works for any pitted plants like these. You'll have to find the peach pit, because peach pit's much larger. You'll crack it in a vise, which I found is really easy. If you crack it in the vise, this is the middle of it. So once you get all those, moist paper towel, you'll cover them up, and then put them in the fridge for a couple months. I think 60 days is long enough. I could be wrong. Apple seeds are about 40 days or so is what I found. 30 to 40 days and they're fine. So I'll check back in a few days. Thanks. Okay, so I was just looking through all my YouTube videos and see what the view counts were, and by far the most popular was growing peach and plums from seed. I have like 300 some views on that. So because of that, I'm just going to do an update on where those seeds are at right now. So these are the plum trees that were grown in the containers. The peach trees did not germinate, didn't do anything. The plums were the only thing that did that. And growing them in these containers, I still have one in there. Here's a plum. They just didn't really do very well compared to the apple trees. So I had transplanted these plum trees in these pots a couple weeks ago. They're doing okay, but nothing too great. I was hoping a little more growth. I think right here on the top they have some new growth, so they're kind of growing, but nothing too spectacular. Probably if I did it again, I would just plant the seeds directly in pots and not use the containers, because the root system on these plums they weren't very wide at all. Even after a few months in the containers, they just didn't grow very well. So compared to the apple trees, I don't think they do as well with that. So these guys are, they're probably 6 months old or so at least, and just transplanting and everything. Could have done better. So if you're gonna do plum seeds, I would recommend to start them in big pots, or just direct seed them into the ground. This tree looks probably the best. There we go. Let's see if I can get a good one. But you can see the new growth is maybe like an inch on the top of that. And these are getting, 10 hours of sun every day, so they're by far the best spot on the property. And I just put them in straight compost potting soil, which the apples do really well in. But yeah, so since that was the most popular video, here's the update on that. It takes a lot of work just to grow plum seeds. I tried direct seeding them in the ground as well, but since this summer has been so dry, it's been really hard to get anything to grow unless you water it every day, so they were neglected. So I'll post this online and follow up with that. Okay, I wanted to do a video on peach pits and how you can grow your own. And what I have here is just a vise, and I'll put the peach pit in horizontal, so it looks like that, and then I'll tighten it until it breaks in half. See if I can do this while on camera. And not wake up everyone. Alright, now I just gotta find the pit. Or the seed. Well, it's somewhere around here. I heard it go. But basically, there's a little seed in there. So if you put it in a vise and you break it like that, take those seeds and put them in the fridge for 2 months, 3 months or so. The last ones I did, I don't think I did long enough at like 2 months. So try like 3 months and just wet paper towel. And you can look at my other videos on how I did that, but that's the way that you crack a peach or plum pit. Alright, good morning everyone. I wanted to show the updates from the plum trees that I grew from seed. Last winter I planted these in the ground, and they were really small and I didn't think they would do well at all. So here's one, and there's peas growing on it. So already this year, I don't know if you can see this, it's kind of hard to see. Right here at my finger, that's last year's growth. And it probably was, 6 inches, 8 inches. And this year, it's already doubled that. So it just seems like everything's blowing up like crazy. It's going really well. That's one of them. Same thing with my apple trees that are from seed. They probably already doubled in growth this year alone. And I got a couple others. This will probably be a better picture. Here's one. It's growing really well. You can see the dark base. So it's already May, and it's already, in a month or two, grown 6-8 inches. So once again, these were grown from seed, stratified, put in pots, and then planted in the ground after a year. And I just have them heavily mulched. Right now, these are getting watered every day, just to kind of establish things. And my last one, which probably gets the most sun, is growing pretty well. And I'll probably try grafting of some sort. It's too late to, completely cut the tree and graft on something else, but I'll probably do like a tea bud, which is where you cut off a bud from a a fruiting tree that you want, and you kind of just put it in the skin of the tree. That's kind of late August, so I'll have a video on that showing that. So I want to show the updates on the plum trees, and they look like they're doing pretty good this year.